Hi, I'm Eric, and I'm at Frog Valley Tropical Fruit Farm in Vero Beach. It's January 2nd, 2025. Oh my God. So I'm gonna look at the whole 10 acres front to back. Not all the paths, but basically the perimeter paths. And look at the mangoes mostly. But I'm gonna talk about microbial biomass is the only way to create healthy soil in Florida. And you do it with plants, plant diversity. So I'm gonna talk about that. It's just fucking gorgeous here. Pardon my language. If you're into jungles. Unfortunately, we didn't get any cacao this year, but I kind of predicted this because of the severe drought we had last, it was still winter, I think, late winter, and we had a drought here in Florida. Everything stays green. So, but it did affect that because it had that cacao, because it had 30 fruit on it. We're a rare tropical fruit farm, and everything grows in nature, 100%. No watering, no protection, no bug management, no micromanagement. And that's how you get microbial diversity to flourish. But you have to plant seeds. Mostly everything here is grown from seeds. These exotic tropical fruits. The Acre looks good. Seed grown. Acre seed grown. There's lots of stuff. We're basically a Garcinia farm. So, I mean, that's what we start out as, to be a Acre farm. Garcinia humilis, but we have about 30 different types of Garcinias. This is a hybrid lemon drop. It has sweeter fruit, but only fruits once a year. Citrus, we have all kinds of stuff, but mostly achachas. It's like the most plant we have, but we do have 270 bananas, or not bananas, 500 bananas and 270 fruiting mangoes. I'm already starting to slip. This is a mango. In 2022, we had a freeze of 31 degrees and our cacao held fruit. And some of the mangoes got hit, but very few of them. And now most of them have come back. This is a sugarloaf that has come back. I mean, they died clear down the low. But we used to get frost, and we haven't had frost in a couple years now. So knock on wood. That'll stay the way it is. And this mangoes, all of our mangoes pretty much are in bloom. I think all of them are in bloom. So this one is, some state of bloom. Early, mid, late season mangoes. It's because soil. It's the soil biology is driving the system, and it's all the same rootstock. So they all function quite the same way because they're triggered from fungi in the soil. And the way I built up the fungi in the soil is by staying off of it, not mowing it, because it used to all be lawn, and doing microbial stuff. But I had to really figure out the right stuff. And for us, the right stuff was making BD 500, Biodynamic Prep 500, around our old oak tree where we had been making compost for years. And on spring equinox, digging up the horns when they were finished. You have to look into it, how to make it, but it's with a cow horn, and so it has stuff with manure and buried for 6 months. And so then reburying it, and every 10 feet in trouble spots, And that had the most impact on anything. And then just leaving it. But as soon as you did that, diversity started coming, because we did not plant anything on the orchard floor. Some of the stuff, sweet potatoes, and there's, different plants, gingers, I planted, but this was all lawn and just a few specimen trees. Old growth, laurel oak. Huge. I mean, they're like gorgeous. Gorgeous trees. And by planting the horn there and having it get colonized by the fungi that live, arbuscular mycorrhizal fungi that live in unison with the plant, communally with the plant, interface with the roots, moved into or were able to grow inside the horn, because I could see them in there when I dug it up. I could see the mycelium in the horn. So when I reburied it, it just was a little house that was free of compaction, because the soil was compacted here because it was lawn. So the little house where the fungi lived and could have a home base and send out its mycelium to the adjacent plants, because I had lots of tropical fruit trees planted. There's lots of stuff here. There's like so much stuff here, it's unreal. Here's a Luke's Garcinia mexicana, and another one, and there's cashew in here, and Garcinia livingstonii seedlings and mango seedlings. We have a flowering. I'm gonna go over there because I've been waiting years for this thing to flower. This sugarloaf mango. Here's a female Garcinia livingstonii. And all this cassava. I just plant stuff together as much as you can get, because that's how you inoculate your soil, and you do it with diversity. So this orchard floor that came up by itself, because I didn't mulch out everything when I planted, this was the seed bank that was here. And most of it is like herbs, like this bidens, which is hepoprotective if you eat it, and which means it's good for your liver. Prevents toxins from inhabiting your liver. And this is blooming, gonna bloom. I see flower buds, yes. 7 years from seed. Oh my God, too long. Sugarloaf was one of my favorite mangoes when I first tasted it, and first thing I did with the fruit was plant the seed. It's polyembryonic, so the clone will be the same as the parent, or close to the parent. Probably not the same, because one thing I have discovered is stuff that is grown in nature performs completely different than stuff that is grown in pollutants, or in combination with pollutants like plastic and chemicals and mined substances and sulfur and stuff like that, and copper. Totally different. It says the early, mid, and late season mangoes has never really applied to us. We've never watered our mangoes here. So look at this cacao, looks great. This is Trinitoro cacao, and there's probably about 100 cacao planted here. All growing dry farmed, all growing in nature. Here's another cacao. This one I planted it during that severe drought when that other one had a little dieback, but I plant in drought. I plant when I have seeds available. My friend Tim gave me some cacao seedlings, and it was like a severe drought, but I plant them bare root. There's a big group of us that plant our tropical fruit trees bare root. It works. Throw the soil away if it came from a nursery, and rinse the roots in rainwater and then plant. And you can do it during the drought. So that survived, didn't even die. In fact, I have more than one. I have one that's in a better spot. Here's this bigger cashew tree. This cashew flowered at a year old, or under a year old, I believe. It's gonna be 2 years old. Same with this one. That one did not flower though. Here's a cacao I planted at the same time as that other one. It's in a little lower spot. Cacao can take standing water in drought just fine. Not sun. Maybe if you put it in something like this and let it get established, but I wouldn't even try it because I've killed too many putting them in sun. Look at this Luke's Garcinia. Wow. I know. So the other thing that I did a lot of was put little micro compost piles. Like I did the micro horns below ground. Above ground, I did the micro piles of compost. So a day's worth of compost from our miniature zebu barn. I do not spray biodynamic preps at all anymore, but I could, but I hate doing it. And I don't believe, people need to discuss the plastic containers that everyone uses. Because I think that shipping the preps in plastic bags and plastic containers that they all spray in cancels out the good of the sprays a lot of times. And should we really be spraying silica? Fine, powder? I wouldn't, and anymore. And I don't. And I think it's important for first, but I think you need to look at what you're mixing it in. If you're mixing it in plastic, or if you're buying that input from Virginia and it's shipped in plastic, what good is that really? It's laced with forever chemicals and microplastics, which hinder biology. So you have to look at all that stuff. All the pollutants cause a gumming up of the system and cause the metabolism of the system to dysfunction. That's all it is from the pollutants. Same thing happens to our soil. So all this stuff that grows in our orchard floor is like houses for all this microbiology. And you really want a lot of diversity. And there's some oak trees and there's some bananas. And this is a big cashew. This tree produces so much fruit every year. And it's never been watered. And it just does the job. It looks so healthy too. Jackfruit that has probably fruit on it, or flowers for sure. I see something over here. I knew it would. This is seedling jackfruit that should be able to fruit. Maybe a little bit bigger. Stuff takes a little bit longer when you dry farm and your soils start out bad. So when your soils are all dead, sand, people in Florida, they think that they have bad soil and they can't do anything about it. But you have to build the microbes. And the way you build the microbes is with diversity in your orchard floor, not with mulching out the seed bank. A little mulch is good, but this stuff does provide the mulch above ground and below ground, and you don't even have to do it. So when you have a large acreage and you do it by yourself, you got to conserve your energy, especially if you're a geriatric like myself. Troll world. I never thought it would arrive. Sugarloaf mango, lychees, cashews, troll world. So this is a little mango that is doing good. I think it's a buttercream. And this is a lemon zest. So I usually don't go back here. I wanted to show it. This is a mango that froze at 22 and then the cows attacked it because I had to put my cows in here. We don't use any cows anymore. There's a cashew. This is a mango that froze also, the cows attacked. There's a lychee that was in really poor soil conditions and they never grew. But what I should have done is I should have planted some horns in here, you know, dig them up on the spring equinox and plant them like one there, one here, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there, one there. But I didn't do it. Could be done. There's some areas in there that look like that could happen, but I think now that everything's growing, we could just take soil cores and move them from spot to spot. So you could dig up a part of the soil, or you could put a banana, is even better, in that poor soil, and it will improve the soil where it's at and bring the biology with it if you have the plant. So cashews are, the cows like some plants. So there was some more cashews in here. I don't know why I can't see them, but I'm sure they're in here still. Mangoes that the cows got. Coconut cream mango. Coconut cream. The late season mango. Coconut cream. Sugarloaf. It's like, who's early? Or not sugarloaf. Sweet tart. It's pretty back here. It's really pretty here. So I'm going to start planting all seeds through here. This is that big barn where that guy has that 5 acres for sale for, like, I don't know. It's 15 acres for 1.5. 3 5-acre lots, but there's really no trees on it. You got to have trees. This is buttercream. It's cotton candy that froze. There's a sugarloaf that had mango die-off, so that's when they melt and they start dying at the top down, and I arrested it, stopped. It killed a bunch of trees through here of mangoes, because this was a flooded area. This is where I put the biodynamic horn, and it stopped flooding. You could see it's lower there, but it doesn't have any standing water anymore, which is cool. But this one survived because I dumped black soldier fly bokashi leachate on it. It stopped it. But I was doing it in plastic, so there were some plastics used here in the system. You can't get away from. They're in the air, but since we don't water, we aren't polluting the soil with plastic, and plastic slows down and diminishes microbial life in the soil. So you want to stay away from it, especially around your plants. These are sweet tart mangoes. This is a sweet tart mango. It's all blooming. And they're blooming everywhere. It's like every branch is blooming. Sweet tart. Yeah, so beautiful. Yeah, I needed to film this. Sweet tart. Sweet tart. So if I ever sell, I can go, oh my God. Sweet tart. I mean, look at this. Yeah, it's like a painting. It's incredible. Sweet tart mango. Here's a little seedling mango. Cows kind of attacked it, but it looks okay. Here's a orange crush. Is that what it is? Jackfruit. Okay, this is fruit punch. The cows really attack these branches, but they seem like they're doing okay. I don't see any powdery mildew back here. I've walked back here a few times. It's nice. I like doing this walk. Sugarloaf. I need to get that pepper tree off there. Pepper tree management is pretty necessary. You had to pull them up. Fruit punch. There's a cashew. There's a milkweed, which is cool. There's a cashew that the cows were eating, I see. There's a big cashew right there. So I'm going to do cashews and garcinias and just all my seeds. Achachiro and fruit punch. But lots of cashews through there. Fruit punch, because the garcinias can grow with the cashews. So you can plant them together because they will fruit in shade. So fruit punch. Valkyrie. Valkyries didn't even bloom last year. Now every branch has flower buds on them. Little gem. can see them. Where are they? I can see little buds starting. Surely you got flowers on you. Yeah. Just couldn't see them. Oh yeah. It's nice not having to do anything, just having a complete nature-based system. And you don't have to stress over anything, because nature will actually take care of the fruit for you if you don't harvest it. But the mangoes are too good to not harvest. This is a seedling mango. I saw some fruit trees coming up in here, longan. I've seen little garcinias walking and driving the mower back here on this trail. This is a cotton candy mango. Cotton candy mango. Cotton candy mango. Cotton candy mango. So these froze, but they froze above the graph. So this one, and then none of the rest of them. And then this one froze, but then none of the rest of these trees froze. It was weird. It's like the microbiology, the microbes shut down certain plants to keep the system moving, the resources available. But if you build up the fungal diversity in the soil and a living orchard floor with diversity, it's wall-to-wall microbes. So it's a matrix of fucking mycelium through here. It's you can tell where it's not at because it doesn't sponge down when you walk on it, where there's not a lot of mycelium. So it's pretty easy to identify where you need to put it. Plant a banana or stuff like that. This all needs bananas planted through it, definitely. Except I do like the this raspberry or something growing through here, because it keeps the predators away from your mangoes. And these are all ice cream mangoes, and they love ice cream mangoes. Look at this tree. I don't know, there's a lot of gonna be a lot of fruit on here. These make big droops of fruit too. I love ice cream mangoes. The creatures like it a lot. Here's a Valencia Pride. They're all blooming. So there's a pina colada, and then ice cream. Carry, Valencia Pride. This one froze back, but it's blooming. I think it's Valencia Pride. So this is a coggshall, late season mango. Here's one that froze back. They froze back mostly in the areas that I also identify as bad areas, where I should put a banana or a horn, or do something biologically to it. Plant another plant in there, put some seeds in there with it. That's what's nice about the seeds, is you can keep inoculating your soil and just throwing seeds at the system, and none of it's gonna be in vain. This is I think this is ice cream. Cows were eating that one. I've been walking through here. Here's I think it's the ice cream mango. It's that coggshall. Cherry mango. I don't know. Cherry mangoes are okay. They disappoint me because here they put out lots of male flowers. Maybe this year will be different, but it hasn't in the past ever. So, but they're beautiful, and then the mango blooms are good on their own. Here's an ice cream mango. That's a cogshell. I'm not crazy about cogshell. And cogshell is considered late, but that one looks further along than the others. So a late season mango with earlier blooms. Yep. Gotta have the receipts for the tropical fruit people and show them when this was filmed, so they can't say, oh, that's not true. The pessimistic people. Lancettia, late season mango, covered in bloom. Cows really like this one. Not my favorite mango at all. In fact, I don't really like it. In fact, I know I don't like it. Here's a lemon zest mango. I like how I can't see that house that good. It's hidden for once. They built that house after we planted these trees. This is a fruit punch. No, that's a sweet tart mango. This is a fruit punch mango. This is a sweet tart mango. I don't see any powdery mildew, and look, it's wet and it's cool. Here's a peach cobbler mango. There's no way that you could ever counteract any disease or pest in Florida where you would get a defense against these things that could work is if you use biology. It's the only way. Because otherwise the system is not working at capacity. So the metabolism is not performing optimally because of the pollutants. Metabolism, the whole system. You want to get a totally connected fungal system is what you want to do. That's why everything should be connected by fungi. There should be like paths to the rivers or to the canals, to the ocean that are all interconnected and planted with fungi. Because that's the only thing that's going to lift the soil up. I found that here, because we're the only property around here that doesn't have standing water ever. Even our drainage ditches that we have, because there are a few of them, there's one right there, they don't get water except when the water table is that high. This is a mango that froze a few times. This always froze a lot back here. Look how pretty that is. Peach cobbler. They're finally starting to get big. This is going to be fruit punch. That's lemon zest, baby. Oh, look at that. Glorious. It's like a picture from a exotic land. The smell of the freaking mango blooms. This is that really good dwarf variety. The cows really liked it. Has good fruit on it. I can't think of the name of it. This is juicy peach. These are big pepper trees hiding a mango tree on the other side of it, but I kind of like the way they look, but I pulled them up. Just get a chainsaw and cut them if you don't like them. That's what I do. This is a fruit punch. See, it's got a pepper tree growing in it. I should probably, well, I'm not going to do it now. I'll come back here later. This is a cotton candy. Growing with that guanacaste tree. So yeah, when you have fungal controlling the system, because the fungal controls the plant's response to stress, and it also, in turn, causes us to have less stress because we don't have to stress about the plants being sickly and not able to take care of themselves. They're taken care of. It's beautiful. Somebody asked about bamboo. Yeah. Here's one here that the cows had eaten all the leaves off of, but I see it's come back stronger than ever. timber bamboo. A nice one. I don't like to do too much bamboo. I like it, but I mostly want fruit trees here. But having diversity is good. You know, little bamboo here and there would probably look great. There are some areas that, because this was horse pasture back here for 50 years, and there are some areas that the ground still feels hard. This isn't one of them. This finally actually feels good. There's some seedling mangoes and seedling garcinias along here, because I tried planting this, but from here back over there, but now all this area is unplanted, like all this area, because that was where the cows and the donkeys were. But look at how pretty it is. And the air smells good. Sure, you can hear the city, but we're right downtown basically. Pros and cons. Still paradise. Own little paradise. This pond never goes dry. The one by the house does, and it's kind of quicksand, so it's not good. See, I thought I'd plant all this through here in cashew seeds. Not selling any cashews, I'm just replanting them all here this year. Can't help myself. My friend Frank goes, "What are you doing? You're still..." I said, "Yeah, we still own it." You know, I don't stop. We still have to maintain it. Part of maintaining it is making it a successful tropical fruit farm. I'll divide the bananas. Hopefully they'll give me another 100 pups in the spring or early summer before it gets too hot, and I could put them as needed through here. But it's amazing, I was able to get 150, 160 pups off of the front, and I can't even tell. There's little birds in here. Can you see it? Yeah. Because there's nowhere else for them to live, because everyone mows. So during when it rains a lot, everyone has huge giant puddles. I should have showed the neighbors, but that's okay. It's there. They filled it up with fill, and then it's still got puddles on top of the fill. So they had it higher than us, and they had puddles. And it's like, can't they see that we don't have any standing water? Sometimes you'll get some on the paths back here, but it's only like an inch, and it goes away. So this is an area that's severely compacted. This is what compaction looks like, where the weeds don't grow very tall. The grass doesn't grow very tall. Nothing grows tall. It has this cinchweed in there. Is that what that is? Something. Anyway, I'm not even gonna try. And then it's rock hard. So this area definitely could use a BD 500 horn buried in it. And the compost pile, but I don't do compost piles anymore. BD 500 horn at spring equinox. Yeah, it's pretty here. I guess the person that wanted this wanted to put up trailers here. I was like, excuse me? That's what I was told. You're a beach, I don't think I'll let you do that. And why would you want to? Anyway, it's a great 2020-25. I'm at Frog Valley Tropical Fruit Farm, and it's kind of a crisp morning, but it's a beautiful day every day here, and I hope you have an excellent day. Thanks for watching. Please like, share, and subscribe, and leave a nice comment, or any comment, or nice comment preferably. Thanks for watching.